Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the introductory podcast for our CIS102 course, Introduction to Computers and Information Systems. I'm the instructor, Eric Wolf. Not that you could pick me out of a crowd, I suppose, because there's no actual face connected with an online class, right? Some things of note, just as we set up for what the rest of the course is going to look like. Number one, yes, this is an online course, but it does move fast. Do be prepared for a substantial investment in time as far as the workload goes. It is a condensed course, so this course meets for 8 weeks. For you guys, whereas for hundreds of other students that took the 16-week variety of it, they essentially get twice as long. So that's something just to keep in mind as we keep moving through the calendar and other aspects of the course as we get into it. Number two, there's actually two different online systems you'll have to keep signing into and kind of maintain a little bit of a presence in both of them. One of them is Eagle, which you are listening to me right now through, and the other one is My IT Lab, which we actually have a podcast a little bit later on to help kind of get you set up with what to expect for that. Some other things to keep in mind. Number one, keep at things if you fall behind. It's an 8-week course. It's kind of a blending of a marathon and a sprint. We have a lot of distance to cover and a short time to do it. But even if you fall behind, some points are better than no points on things. We'll actually talk about how the points values are evaluated when we look at My IT Lab and a little bit in the syllabus as well. But if you just take a pass at getting some points, students oftentimes find that was the difference between a grade they can live with and a grade that they can't live with. As we go through, as you start developing questions, having concerns, reach out early rather than reaching out later when it is that you have a question. I would honestly much rather address a question in its infancy than wait for you to go nuclear, get frustrated, fall behind. That's not serving you in any way, shape, or form. I would much rather address a short question, a formative type question, than wait, until it's essentially too late. There's no real reason to do that. And as bleak as everything that preceded this particular statement is, what I'll tell you is, at the end of the day, much of this is already stuff that you know. If you have an exposure to a computer in any way, shape, or form, you're already in a good place. We can take your understanding and we can expand that, whether or not you're an expert or if you are a novice as far as the different computing environment goes. If you have any exposure to Microsoft Word, that's fantastic. We'll build on that. If you have any exposure to Excel, that's fantastic. We'll build on that. We'll help push your understanding of what an actually decent piece of software that Microsoft PowerPoint is. There's much in this course that has a direct correlation between what it is that you will do on a day in and day out basis, in the workforce, and how it is that we can really help provide you with a skill set that will help differentiate you in a very positive way, in the workforce, so that you are more employable, so that you are more valuable, and that's really the main drive I see for a course like that. So. Even if you've had no exposure, that's great. We're going to get you some. If you've had some exposure, here's more. If you've had a ton of exposure, maybe here's some things that you haven't even considered before. So welcome aboard. Let's buckle in and let's get started.